Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to Cover the Spread here for Monday, April 14th, 2025. Just before we get to those three picks in the MLB to kickstart the week. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Make sure you subscribe. And hey, also give us a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. Glad you're here tuning in here to start the Monday show here strong. Let's get a big week winning, boys. Can't complain about last week. We got Sunday loading up a couple of units for me on the week. Can't complain there. As always, checking ahead and on over to the cappers I got with it. You got Ramon and I got Al. Let's kick it on over to Al this time to change it up a little. Start the Monday show. How you doing, Al?
Yeah, it wasn't my best week, but as you mentioned, you guys had a pretty good one yourself. So thanks for carrying me through that one. We'll try to do better this week. Coming off another tough loss yesterday, on recapping here Saturday's plays. I was on the Mets in that one. Very unfortunate loss to the Athletics there. Didn't see that one coming. The offense just didn't show up, but hey, that happens, and we'll move on, and hopefully our Sunday's play comes through, and try to win this one on Monday too.
Kick it over to Ramon. How you doing here on the Monday, Ramon?
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're already almost 10% through the baseball season already. Seems like we're just trying to get through the basketball, the hockey here, playoffs coming up, but baseball got a full grind here. So especially on a Monday, you got to pick some winners here tonight.
Definitely. So as we always do, let's get right to it. So the first game we got looking at here to kickstart the week on a Monday, we got the Blue Jays at home here to start the week, and they're hosting the Atlanta Braves. Hey, at least they're the one win road Braves going so far. Definitely not the start to the season that the Braves wanted to have. Looks like Holmes going for the Braves here in this one. That's Grant Holmes. And you know what? It didn't look so bad his last start. He gets in trouble with the walk, though. You look at his last outing, 4 walks, and I think he got away with a little bit there. Went 4 innings, gave up 3 hits over those 4 innings of work. But on the other side of the bump right now, it's Lucas, and it's Easton Lucas going for the Jays, and he's looked real good. Goes about 5 innings and is over his 2 starts. And in those 2 starts, he's only given up 4 hits, couple walks here and there, but no home runs, no earned runs, rolling right along, giving you a nice solid 5 innings of work. And then when you throw it to the bullpens on both these teams, they're about even. I think the Jays are like 3.94, and then you look at Atlanta, I think it's about 4 something. So it's pretty much coin flip once you get to the bullpens. But since they changed things here in Toronto, where this one is held, they've done a whole little renovation, move things a little closer. They want a little more scoring done here in this one, and the way that we've seen the Blue Jays bats come to life a little bit, I got to go with the Blue Jays here. At home, a good start to the year at home, but I think that turns around here and kickstarts the Monday with solid pitching from Easton here on a Monday, and the Blue Jays get us a win. That's my pick here on this one. Kicking on over to Ramon. We'd like hearing this one. Toronto or the Atlanta Braves in this one.
Well, Rod, with you taking Toronto here, look, I think as a slight favorite, I think this has a good chance to end up getting into the 4-4 range here, and maybe that helps it over here. You'd mentioned the Jays bats starting to improve a little bit. We know they're not quite getting there yet with the under 4 runs per game, but look, I think it's going to be a close game. It's closely rated here, obviously. I'll give you the nod with the Blue Jays here, but look, if this one gets to 4-4 here, Atlanta's picked it up a little bit so far. We know the Jays have been really solid to the under so far, but I think this one's probably going to go over 8 runs today with Atlanta and Toronto, Rod.
Kick it on over to Al. What do you like hearing this one? Atlanta or Toronto?
Yeah, both teams definitely have a lot of firepower in their lineups, but again, the Braves just still missing perhaps their best, if not perhaps, it's definitely their best player, Ronald Acuna, and I think just these teams got to keep beating them up while he's still out of the lineup. Now, this might be a different story next month or so when he's back in the lineup, but as long as he's not in there, I think the Blue Jays can get it done. And as you mentioned already, Lucas looking great so far this season. So if he can even do a half decent job in this one, I think he gets plenty of run support from his offense. I like the Blue Jays here.
Definitely looking for that solid 5 innings from Lucas here to get it done. And I think you get plenty of run support here at home, the way the Blue Jays offense can roll. All right, kick it on over to the next game we got rolling, and we're looking at the Detroit Tigers taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Hey, this is Al's game, so let's kick it on over to Al. What do you like hearing this one? Detroit Tigers, Milwaukee Brewers here on Monday.
Yeah, I know we looked at them yesterday, but different series here, and they got Tariq Skubal getting the start against Tyler Alexander. Definitely think we got the pitching advantage here with Detroit. They've been the hotter team now. Milwaukee's starting to turn things around after a slow start to their season. They're looking pretty good too. But again, I just think the Tigers just been that much better, and I like the pitching advantage we got here with Tariq Skubal coming off a couple solid seasons, and I think again just the better option here.
Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing this one, Ramon? Detroit or Milwaukee?
There's no doubt that Skubal, like Al said, I mean, they're going to have a little bit of an advantage at starting pitching, but Alexander's been pretty good so far, 2.84 ERA, does have a victory for his only decision so far this year. Look, his BABIP's pretty high. I'm concerned. He's walking a lot of hitters, but if Skubal comes in and shuts him down here, Alexander has faced a couple of these guys through the lineup once or twice, and a couple of these starters he's definitely held hitless so far, and they will be at home now. Milwaukee's bullpen's been bad here, but I see this one as an under here, going to go under 8 runs with Detroit and Milwaukee on Monday night.
Who Bud has a little. I'm going to go the other way. Sometimes we can't agree on these. Someone's going to get a winner in this one. I like the over. I like the over here just because of what Ramon alluded to. This Milwaukee bullpen. Definitely have not liked what we've seen from this Milwaukee bullpen. Sporting the 6.41 ERA to start the year is definitely not what you want from your bullpen that's coming in to try to even to save you a game or close a game or even keep a game close for your offense. And then Brewers offense definitely at times hasn't been the greatest either. And Detroit's bullpen, look what they've done over the last 10. Actually pretty good. Sporting about a 2.4 ERA over their last 10 games. We know their offense can hit. Head-to-head last year, we've seen overs between these two. I believe all three went over the total last year head-to-head in the little interleague play. With a lead, I think Milwaukee was 2-1 in those 3. But in the Skubal game, it was a 10-2 finish there for the Detroit Tigers. So I like the over in that one. Kick it on over to the next game we got going. We got the Dodgers taking on the Rockies here to kickstart. Basically, I think this is the last one on the card of games going here. So we kicked off early, and then we're going to finish you off here on the Monday slate. This is Ramon's game. We're going to kick it off over to Ramon to get us started here. Dodgers, Rockies on a Monday night.
Yeah, Rockies on this little West Coast swing here, playing division rivals. They ended up putting up goose eggs. Rockies don't put up anything. They got goose egged basically on Friday and Saturday night against San Diego. So coming up in here against Dustin May. What a story, Dustin May, right? With those injuries. He tried to come back, got injured again, basically missed nearly 2+ seasons. Came back, struck out the side in his first inning of the season. I think Dusty May here probably have a pretty good start. There's definitely a few Dodgers that have already been able to knock around Senzatella. When you got Shohei, you got Mookie, you got Teoscar, they've already touched him up a little bit here in a previous appearance. So I'm going to have to roll with the Dodgers on the run line here. You're going to have to lay a little bit too to lay that 1.5, but I'm willing to do it right now. Dodgers 7-1 at home so far, so really looking good. And Colorado just 1-7 on the road. So Colorado, they're the team team bringing up the rear in the division right now, and doesn't seem like there's anything stopping these NL West teams so far. So I'll lay it here with the Dodgers and May against Antonio Senzatella on Monday night.
Kick it on over to Al. I think I might know where Al's going, but we're
That's
going over to Al. Dodgers, Rockies here on Monday.
Put it on a tee.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard for me to go against that one. I mean, I'm going to have to do some real dig deep into find something that will keep me off that. I got to agree with Ramon here, though, without all the bias involved. I just think it's we got the much better team here, much better offense, and big advantage on the mound here. I think Dustin May's a much better starter. As you mentioned, he's had trouble staying healthy, but as long as he's healthy, this is a guy I like to back. So look for him to have a strong outing here, and as long as I don't think he was going to need too many runs to cover this run line. So, but I think he does get them again. A great offense backing him here, so I'm all for it. All over the Dodgers run line here as well.
And for me in this one, I'm going to take the over, just because of the other side. I know Senzatella, he started off his year pretty good, but the real Senzatella against the Dodgers, his last 3 starts have not been good. We've seen some runs in these games versus the Dodgers, to the tune of 15 runs, 11 runs, 13 runs. I'm going to say that we can get into the double digits here, even if the Dodgers do a little bit of the heavy lifting for us here in this one, because I think that's what's going to happen here in this one on Monday night. So give me the over, Dodgers and Rockies.
And after all, they gave up 16 runs, Al. I don't know if you heard on Saturday night.
Really? No, I must have missed that one.
The Cubs offense, they got some bats that if they get a roll in, sometimes they're tough to get out. As much as we knock the Cubs a little bit, sometimes hey, they've surprised at times this year. I don't think that's the first game they've smashed the team around a little bit. The Cubs surprised some teams with some runs. Like we say, not all the best. Nobody goes perfect in the baseball world. That's for sure. 162 games, you're losing usually 50 for sure. And that's sometimes you have one.
Hopefully the Cubs got most of the runs out their system yesterday and didn't save any for today.
Yeah. I always say, Rod, you're going to win 60, you're going to lose 60. It's what you do with the other 42 games in there that decides everything.
Exactly, and baseball is one of those things that if you can go exactly 500, then usually you find some of those plus money spots. Hey, you're well ahead on the year, so that's the good part about baseball. So, hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. That kickstarts the week. Just before we head on out of here, we'll do a little recap for you as we always do. First game we looked at was the Blue Jays hosting the Atlanta Braves. That's my pick, taking the Blue Jays in that one. And the next game we looked at, we got the Detroit Tigers taking on the Milwaukee Brewers here. A little bit of interleague action to start Monday's action. Al's game, he likes the Detroit Tigers in there with Scuba rolling along. And then we got Ramon's game, and he's got the Dodgers and taking on the Rockies here. And Senzatella thinks it's a smash fest. Ramon likes the Dodgers in that one. Grab the run line there. And then, hey, speaking of this Blue Jays game, you might have to lay a little bit of price, but I'm with Ramon. Let's grab the run line there in that one. I think the Blue Jays can win by 2+ there as well. If you want to be like Alan and lay the -1, wouldn't blame me there as well, as long as you don't have to play too much juice. And I think with the Blue Jays -1, you might not have to lay too much juice there on that one. So might not be a bad play. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's start the week big. As always, let us know in the comment section what you think of the 3 games we've chosen and what you think, whether you're with us, fading us, or completely agreeing with us. Either way, comment in the section below. Appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful Monday, everybody. And as always, what are we doing here? Cover the spread.